Yeah, I'm unsure what the business model is for colonizing Mars.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like there is we'll talk about satellites. There's probably a lot of business models around satellites, but there's not enough short-term business. I guess that's how business works. Like you should have you should have a path to making money in like the next 10 years.
Well, and maybe even more broadly and looping back to something we said earlier, I don't know that getting humans off this planet and, spreading like bacteria is what we're supposed to be doing in the first place. So
Yeah.
maybe we can go, but should we? And I'm probably an unusual person for thinking that in my industry because humans want to explore. But I almost wonder, are we putting unnecessary obstacles, like we're very finicky biological things in the way of some more robotic or, more silicon-based exploration? And yeah, do we need to colonize and spread? I'm not sure.
What do you think is the role of AI in space? Do you in your work, again, we'll talk about it, but do you see more and more of the space vehicles, spacecraft being run by artificial intelligence systems? More than just like the flight control, but like the management?
Yeah, I don't have a lot of color to the dreams I have about way in the future and AI, but I do think that removing, it's hard for humans to even make a trip to Mars, much less go anywhere farther than that. And I think we'll have, more. This again, I'm probably unusual in having these thoughts, but perhaps be able to generate more knowledge and understand more if we stop trying to send humans and instead, I don't know if we're talking about AI in a truly, artificial intelligence way or AI as we kind of use it today, but maybe sending a petri dish or two of like stem cells and some robotic handlers instead if we still need to send our DNA because we're really stuck on that. But if not, maybe not even that petri dish. So I think what I'm saying is, I see a much bigger role in the future of AI for space exploration.
It's kind of sad to think that, I'm sure we'll eventually send a spacecraft with efficient propulsion, like some of the stuff you work on, out that travels just really far with some robots on it and with some DNA in a petri dish. And then human civilization destroys itself. And then there'll just be this floating spacecraft that eventually gets somewhere or not. That's a sad thought, like this lonely spacecraft just kind of traveling through space and humans are all dead.
Well,
That's a
it
possible
depends
future.
on what the goal is, right?
I don't
Another
know
way
what
to
the
look
goal
at
is.
it is
Yeah.
we've preserved, it's like a little time capsule of knowledge, DNA,
Mhm.
that will outlive us.
Well, that's
So,
beautiful.
yeah.
uh,
That's how I sleep at night.
so you also mentioned that you wanted to be an astronaut.
Yes.
So even though you said you're unusual in thinking like it's nice here on Earth and then we might want to be sending robots up there, you wanted to be a human that goes out there. Would you like to one day travel to Mars? If it becomes sort of more open to civilian travel and that kind of thing. Like, are you like vacation wise? Like, if we're talking vacations, would you like the vacation on Earth or vacation on Mars?
I wish that I had a better answer, but no. I wanted to be an astronaut because first of all, I like working in labs and doing experiments, and I wanted to go to like the coolest lab, the ISS,
Yeah.
and do some experiments there. That's being decommissioned, which is sad, but there will be others, I'm sure.
The ISS is being decommissioned.
Yes, I think by 2025, it's not going to be in use anymore. But I think there are private companies that are going to be putting up stations and things.
So it's primarily like a research lab, essentially.
Yes.
A research lab in space. That's a cool way to say it. It's like the coolest possible research
Yes.
lab.
That's where I wanted to go. And now, though, my risk profile has changed a little bit. I have 3 little ones, and I won't be in the first 1,000 people to go to Mars. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, Earth is kind of nice. We have our troubles, but overall, it's pretty nice. Again, it's the Netflix.